Welcome back. You're live with Expresso as we enter into a vitally important discussion this morning. We've got Dr. Eve in the house for our regular relationship discussion. It's not about you and me, it's about us and them. Or is it us and them as children? Are we part of the same team, or do we stand on opposite sides of the fence? As adults, we often understand that young children haven't yet learned what is socially acceptable and what is considered bad behavior, and often dismissing this with, oh, they'll grow out of it. But when is the right time to intervene as a parent? And if you're concerned that your child isn't doing well at school, maybe making bad friends or bad decisions, or even getting into petty crimes, drugs and alcohol, this is the time to listen.
Of course, it is Child Protection Week, and we're focusing on our children this morning. If you have any questions or concerns, why don't you give us a call on 0839133728. Dr. Eve, welcome to the show this morning.
I liked what you said. You know, is it really them or is it us? So just to put it out there, I'm a family therapist. That's how I started my career. I did a master's in family therapy. And then as I was working with families in my therapy room, I realized that problematic children were there because they had problematic parents. And that's why I got rid of the family out of my therapy room and just started working with couples. And that's how I got into doing what I do. So you're 100% right. You know, the children are always the ones who are labeled with the problem or acting out, or having these drug or bullying problems or difficulty with discipline. But actually, I always want to look at the parents. I'm hoping that we're going to get parents who are calling in and talking about the different stages of their children and how they should really be stepping in.
Because we have to grow and learn as well. I just want to quickly throw in a new number that we're battling with our 083 number. So it's 021 430 9881. That's 021 430 9881. That's the number to dial. So let's work backwards from the problem now with a child that might be slightly older, that we as parents possibly have made those mistakes at critical times. But we are starting to see this behavior exhibit. My biggest fear as a new parent is I want my child to learn through their mistakes, but I don't want them to have to go through that pain and that anguish. When do we intervene, and when do we just let children be children?
You know, Graham, this is one of the biggest problems, and I'm saying this to you now because you're a new parent. This is one of the biggest problems that we parents have. We struggle with this instinct to protect and to make sure that our children don't go through any of this pain. And so we disable them by not giving them the skills to be able to know how to manage things. So from a young age, when they're struggling, what do? We go in and we rescue them. As they get a little older as well, we want to wrap them up in cotton wool. We want to make decisions for them. We want to teach them what they should be doing, who they should be playing with, instead of giving them the confidence to be able to make their own decisions, to be able to think critically, so when they get into difficult situations, they know what your values are, what your voice is saying to them, and they can then make a decision at the time. So we should not be there with an attitude of, I want to protect my child. You want to enable your child. You want to teach your child. Mostly you want to build your child to have good self-esteem so that they feel, I know this is a good decision. I feel strong about it.
Confident to make those decisions.
100%. To have the confidence to make those decisions, so when they're in the world, they're able to protect themselves, because we can't be with them 24/7.
Absolutely. Well, that number again, 021 430 9881. And I want to talk about consistency. A lot of the time when growing up, we heard consistency is key, but when do you allow flexibility to come in when it comes to parenting your child? That number again, 021 430 9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So we're back in the hot seat with Dr. Eve. We asked you the question earlier, are you worried about your child? We should be asking, are you worried about your own parenting frailties? Because that's where it actually begins. But we're inviting your calls, as always, 021 430 9881. And I understand that we have connected with a caller on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, we're going to try and get them back on the line now. Very interesting question relating to drugs. Are you there?
Yes.
Hi,
Amber. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I know quite a scary topic to broach from a parenting perspective, but what is your question or your comment for Dr. Eve this morning?
Well, my son was locked up the other day for narcotics.
Okay.
He's 40 years old, and we've been bathing him out since he was 17. We sent him to rehab. We've done everything that we could. And we're just not coming right. So my husband and I decided that we don't want him in the home anymore. I don't know if it's the right thing to do or not. because he's bipolar, and I'm scared he's going to do himself in.
Sure.
All right, Amber, thank you so much. You broached a couple of very... Did you say he's 14 years old?
40.
40. So this has been a cycle repeating since he was 17 years old. So, I mean, there are a number of... Thank you, Amber, so much for connecting with us. Dr. Eve, the floor is yours.
I think
Thank you very
this is
much.
what so many people really want to hear about, this incredibly difficult situation of parents being placed in, what do I do? Do I let go? Or do I keep on facilitating and enabling this child, who's not a child, he's an adult, he's 40 years old now, and she's been doing this since he was 17, which is like a really common story that happens. This child, it kind of gets to a place where it's like, is it going to be my life or is it going to be this child's life? What am I going to do? Which is where you have the tough love situation coming in as well. Do we cut off and just say, we've done all that we can, which you can hear Amber has really done, and allow this child to just take his life into his own hands, literally? And it gets to a point where you have to say, I have to do that for my own survival. I have to actually let go, because she sounds as if they've done everything they can in terms of rehab and taking care. He's probably stolen, he's probably really hurt this family a huge amount. You have to get to that point. And she sounds like she's there.
But is bailing your 17-year-old son out of jail enabling? Or when do we exercise that tough love? At what point?
From the beginning, Graham, you do have to. What the research has shown is that people who have got drug addictions and who've got acting out behaviour have got lots of trauma in their childhood. And I'm not talking about Amber specifically, I don't know her, but there's a lot of pain that happens. And so children go through what's called out-of-control behaviour. And one of the things would be around drugs, alcohol, and even sexual out-of-control behaviour. So by this time, 40, her son really needs an intense program of trauma therapy, of really getting into a very good program of not drugs, not the 12-step program, but around managing his trauma. But for Amber and for many parents who are watching us right now, you have to get to that point where you say, this is either about me or my child. Because for Amber, she's like lost her child a long time ago. And so this is
He needs to find himself again,
Well, I don't know if it's possible, actually, at this point in time. She has to take care of herself and say, whatever I've done as a parent, I have done. I did my best to try and manage it and find her own resolution with herself, because it's incredibly difficult as a parent to let go and to surrender and to say, actually, I have no more power and control over the situation.
And to know that she's not helping him by continuing on that path.
No. But so she's got to help herself. Yeah, she's going to help us. A very tragic situation.
Well, we will continue with our parenting expert, Dr. Eve, after the break. I want to talk about troublesome children. What happens when you get a call from the teacher saying that your child is misbehaving in class?
Sorry, Mom.
Of course. Sorry, Mom. That number to call, 021 430 9881.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're live with Expresso, and just in time to rejoin an incredibly interesting conversation. We're getting into troublesome children, maybe troublesome parenting, and issues that we all have, something that faces so many families across the globe, and when it comes to children becomes a very tricky situation, is about to be broached now by Peter. And of course, we are using the number 021 430 9881. But Peter has connected with us. Peter, what is your question this morning?
My question is basically, you guys touched on something with regards to consistency.
Yeah.
Now, I've been divorced 11 years. I've got a 12-year-old son, and we try and keep the households as balanced as we possibly can. There's no vibes, there's no sort of tension between the two households. We get on well, everybody sort of seems to be happy. But my concern is the silence and the soft nature of my son. It might sound a bit odd, it doesn't sound like he's problematic, but he's very soft-spoken. He doesn't really talk much. Is there, you've got to pull everything out of him. Is that a concern, or is that just being a content child? I don't know. It's the only one I've got.
You're a wonderfully concerned parent. How old did you say your child is? 11?
11, huh?
11
12.
years old.
12 years old.
So he's going through his adolescent, prepubescent, he's going through adolescence. Peter, the only thing, I love that you call. I love that you're concerned. That is in itself wonderful indication that you're a present parent. The best thing that you can do is just let your child know that you're there for conversation and to create and facilitate opportunities where he can talk to you. I was talking with Mary earlier on, Mary's in the kitchen earlier on, about how we always did family dinners. Mary did it, I did it, and I like to think we've got great children, because this is important, imperative thing. create spaces, driving in the car, sitting at dinner table, where he will just by himself begin to have conversation with you. Don't prod him. Just be aware, that he is silent, and just be present with him. Be in his world. Enter into his world. Chat to him about what he's doing on Facebook, what series he's watching, what music he's listening to. Get into his world with him.
Okay.
You have got to be the responsible parent and be very present and consistent and stable with him.
Peter, I just wanted to add a question to you. Are you and your ex-wife in conversation about this as well? Do you feel like this conversation, this field of conversation is there for both families to engage in, or is this something that you yourself have kind of encountered just with your alone time with him?
Yeah, it's a bit of how can I put it? A double-barreled answer there, because her and I get on very well. We talk. We are very in touch with about. I mean, she's remarried, and we all get on very well. It's actually quite a good setup. And we do communicate with regards to what, when, and how, and sport and exams, and we're quite hands-on around him. And the concern I have is he is different with Dad than when he is with Mom. He's more outspoken and more sort of jovial and sort of. But I don't know with me, and I don't know if it's just me. I am a little bit more stricter than what Mom is, so maybe that could be it. And also he's a very good sportsman. He's fantastic on the sports field. He's a totally different kid on the sports field. Takes control of the situation at hand on the sports field. So it's two different people on and off the sports field.
Peter, how comfortable do you feel around your child? In other words, are you anxious? Are you feeling, when you say you're too strict, I want to know what you mean by too strict.
No, when I'm not anxious around him at all. It's a very, I'm just very firm. I'm very firm with him. There's no grey area in terms of.
What does it mean? You're very firm and you're very strict. Give us some examples of what that is.
I would say, I speak to my son in a very stern way to say, I've told you not to do this, and take my stand on it, and I stick to it. Whereas Mom, being a mom, would sort of promise, and say, don't get me wrong, he doesn't get any hiding, or don't misunderstand it. If I say you're going to stop playing whatever sport you're doing, that happens. It's no false promises, if you know what I'm saying. So,
Peter, are you giving your child hidings?
No, not at all.
Oh, you're not giving. You're just talking to him firmly.
Firmly, yeah.
Okay,
no, I'm not a believer of that. I don't go down that road.
That's a good thing. I'm just checking in. I also just would really suggest to you that you give him what we call soft startups, that you talk softly to him as well, that you compliment him. It's fine. It's wonderful to have boundaries and to be what you call firm with him. But just to be what's called the critical parent, and maybe the mom is like the good cop, and you've been positioned into this firm, strict parent. You will really want to balance that out for yourself as well, because you're a family. You can't depend on your mom, the mom, to be the good cop one. You have to be good cop, and you have to be bad cop as well. But you really do have to bring softness in as well.
Peter, I'm going to say thank you so much for weighing in and allowing us to grill you a little bit this morning. It really has been helpful to a new dad. I'm taking some absolute gems out of this, so thank you so much. And hopefully this will help you continue to evolve and grow and have that emotional conversation for yourself as much as for your beautiful boy. But thank you so much, Dr. Eve. Awesome stuff. We're going to continue this chat in a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
We're catching up with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve. We've got Vanessa, one of our regular callers, on the line. Vanessa, you've got a feel-good story for us.
Hello, Leanne.
Good morning.
Congratulations, Graham, on Jack, and hello, Dr. Eve. Hi.
Thank you so much.
Hi. Listen, I've got a little bit of a feel-good story for you.
Yeah.
I had a rebellious son of 14. I got divorced and what have you, and he started taking drugs and taking this and doing whatever. I used to run around and look for him. He used to skip school, and he was in matric. And the one day I just said, enough is enough, okay? And I sat down and I spoke to him. He did his matric. When he was 17, he finished matric. And he got distinctions in maths and science. And today he's 21 and he's working at a car manufacturer in East London, and he's in junior management.
Oh,
I mean, come on,
so
a little bit of
wonderful.
tough love.
Yes.
Gave my child, look where he is today. I mean, all his friends are like sitting on the streets and begging, and my child's got a car, he's got a flat.
He is
Yes, yes,
owning
I
this
am,
life.
I tell you, and he's a little lot. Lamiki, his brother's 40 and he's only 21.
Wow.
I mean,
Sure.
I think I did something right. So, Graham, there is hope for you.
Thank you so much. And I am feeling it, Vanessa. Thank you so much. We love the fact that you are always joining our conversation here on the show. And that's what I love about the show is that we can tackle very real issues.
Yeah.
And this one, I think, relevant to everyone. Dr. Eve, is there hope? Is it in us? Is it in our children? Where should our final focus be?
On us as parents, whether you're a single parent or whether you're two people raising a child, you really have to be consistent, predictable, and create a safe and secure environment so we can grow children who have an ability to have what's called secure attachments in their lives. So they go into the world and they're able to attach securely and safely to another adult or many other adults in their lives and have wonderful, intimate relationships. And for parents who are struggling, please take care of yourselves. Do the boundaries. Make sure that you are really consistent, clear with your children. Don't be afraid of them. Don't let them have power over you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eve. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, another very, very important topic this morning on in our relationship chats. We'll do it again next week, Monday. But let's take a quick break.
All you